Hey, it's Mike, and my wife actually had a very interesting thing happen at church this last weekend, and I wanted to share it with you. Not to be religious in any way. I try to stay away from religion and politics when it comes to my home-based business in my videos, because those are very controversial topics, okay? But something interesting happened at church. And I think this will relate over into the home business industry and just how people are in general, okay? And also there's been some other things that happened, earlier on our mindset call and things like that that kind of all come together. So this was a very interesting story. Now I actually wasn't at church this weekend. I was at a military drill, but my wife was, and my daughter and all that. And here's what happened. The first weekend of the month, and again, I'm not preaching or anything like this, but our church actually does a testimonial meeting. So people get up and they talk about things that happened in their life and why they believe in the church. So here's the funny thing. And this has never happened in my entire time I've ever gone to church, my wife has ever gone to church, and all this stuff. And it really shows you how crazy some people are. But here's what happened. There was a guy waiting outside, all right, and for it to start. And then the second that he says, "All right, the time is yours to come up," he jutted up there and he started kind of almost bashing, something that happened to him in his life. Like basically he was saying, because he has tattoos and he has long hair and things like that, and he's a member of our church, and he's a good guy, a very good guy. I met him. He's a great guy, and I guess here's what happened. He was holding his daughter's hand or something, walking across the street, and there was some woman or some person that judged him. They started whispering other people and talking bad about this guy because he had tattoos and he had some things like that. Now, whether that's right, I mean, obviously that's wrong. Okay, obviously you shouldn't judge people. But here's the thing. He got up in church and he started talking about this and he started blaming the actual church for this. And it was really interesting because a lot of people they just try to find reasons to blame people, blame things. Now, here's the thing. Our church, and again, I'm not being religious here. I'm just telling you how they relate and how his thinking is. Our church actually teaches not to judge people that have tattoos or that are doing different things that we don't believe in. Not to judge people. The Bible even teaches not to judge people. So the fact that he came out there and started blaming the church for judging people when it was this person that was judging him. And I'm going to tell you right now that people are flawed. Now, I'm not saying, whether the churches are flawed or whatever, but here's what I believe is there can be something 100% true, something that can work. Okay, the church can bless some people's lives. Okay, home-based business can make a lot of people money. But then there's there's a weak link that is not perfect. Okay, let's say this person judges that person and he gets all mad and he goes and on a rant on how it's not true or whatever. Now he didn't actually say that, but that was kind of the attitude that I got from when my wife was telling me this story. And it was definitely interesting. And this kind of relates back to, what happened today on the mindset call is Paul was talking about a guy blaming him, for his, not being successful, there's many, many different reasons that this happens and stories that this happens. But all I want to say is if you had a negative experience in network marketing, negative experience in a home-based business, negative experience from a person in your church or whatever, humans are flawed. But the home-based business model, network marketing works. Okay? Whatever you're doing right now you can make it happen. If there's people making money, if there are people successful in that church or in that home-based business or whatever you want to relate this to, you can be successful in it. You don't have to blame others. You don't have to blame other people, because people are flawed. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm flawed. Other people are flawed. If I said something to ever offend you, don't blame the home-based business industry that it's a scam. You know, if someone ever scammed you in the home-based business industry, it doesn't mean the home-based business industry is a scam. And I really wanted to point this out because, you know, there are some people out there that have this mindset, and I wanted you to understand the difference. So if you're one of those people, don't blame don't blame other people. Don't blame the church if something happened to you in the one of the members offended you. Don't blame the home-based business if I offended you in any way, or if some other person scammed you. Don't blame other people. Take the blame on yourself. You are the one that can make things happen. Okay? You are the one that can be successful. You are the one that can believe in your church or whatever you're going after, or whatever you believe in. Okay? It's you. You need to make that decision for yourself. You need to make this business successful and go out there and never give up on your dreams, as one of my business partners would say, Paul. So anyway, my friends, I hope this was a valuable message for you. You know, just don't blame anything. Humans are flawed. Just accept that. But it is up to us to work on that and become better people and to become more successful. So if you want to find out how to be more successful in your business, how to generate more leads, how to generate more sales, find out about our team below. We have a lot of other awesome training that you can plug into. So make it a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.